Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the poem Fire and Ice, which is written by Robert Frost. It is taken from the book First Flight. Let's talk about the poet first, Robert Frost. He is an American poet whose writing is highly influential and insightful. His poems are very small and simple in tone, but they carry a very deeper meaning. You can see this poem Fire and Ice. It is hardly 8-line poem. The theme of this poem is the power of human emotions. This poem mainly highlights the destructive features of human emotions, and here fire and ice symbolizes the destructive emotions of human. They say unexpected emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. And if these emotions run amok, that is, if these emotions are unchecked, unnoticed, and unattended, then they will become calamitous and crippling. They would rule the human brain and they can lead to demise of a person morally, mentally, and physically. Children, you all very well know that whatever takes shape on this earth, or you can say whoever takes birth on this earth, his end is inevitable. It is unavoidable. We cannot stop it. Then the question comes, what are the factors which lead to this impending end, or you can say this imminent death of life? This poem by Robert Frost is going to give answer to this question. The poet here says that it would not require any natural calamity to end life on this earth. Mere fire and ice, that is, mere destructive emotions, are more than enough to crumble and fall down life on the earth. Let's read the poem. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. The first stanza tells us that the poet is talking about the different opinions. The people having different opinions about fire and ice are grouped into two categories. Some say the world will end in fire. Some people say that the world will come to the end due to the destructive human emotions like greediness, lust, avarice, fury, passion, anger, etc. Fire has its own way of destruction, which is highly fierce and frantic in nature. It leads to chaos in life and ends everything. Whereas some say in ice. Those who say that the world will come to an end in ice. They favor that the coldness or rigidity of a human being, or maybe hatred and insensitive nature of a human, would lead to end of lifelessness. The way ice ends the life is extremely quiet and subtle. It is so well refined, it is invisible, but we can sense it because it causes internal decay. It takes away peace of heart and it leads to absence of love. And where there is absence of love, there is absence of life. So this way, fire and ice, these elements have the capacity to end life on this earth. The poet is in favor of those who approves fire. The lines very well reflect, from what I have tasted of desire, out of my experience. Here I stands for the poet. He says, out of the taste of life, what I have experienced, I would favor fire. That is, the evilness, anger, greediness will lead to end of life. This is what the poet believes. Further in the stanza, the poet says, but if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. The poet says in the second stanza that if the life has to perish twice, then ice is also as good as fire. It would cause equal amount of destruction and it would be sufficient to end life. So children, let's recap the poetry once again. The poet says that human emotions are of paramount importance, and that's why you should follow and promote emotional hygiene in your life. I am sure after reading this poetry, you will definitely substantiate emotional hygiene, as it could be very dangerous and ruinous to our life. Thank you. We'll see you in next lecture.